I want to read out this new CNN Opinion Research Corporation poll just released today. It shows a big swing in support for Obama with registered African-American Democratic voters. He now has a 28-point lead among black Democrats, when only a year ago Hillary Clinton had a 24-point lead over the same demographic.
Their race seems to be a factor, but it's changing over the years. What's the latest?
Well, Wolf, you know, it's not like comparing one candidate's health care plan to another. This is an issue, race, that a lot of people were very uncomfortable to talk about. And so I tried to put them at ease here and essentially say, what are you speaking about privately with your family and your friends, the things that we don't hear publicly? And there were some people who really quite candid about how race is playing a factor in this race.
While the candidates may be downplaying the race factor, make no mistake, for some voters, it's bubbling just below the surface.
It's not going to go away. Pigmentation. One of the truisms of this life is, I can't wash off this black, I can't bleach it off, I can't even pray it off.
There's too much history with the fact that there is too much racism, and I believe that the blacks are more racist than the whites.
Some who think race is a factor say it's almost a little embarrassing to admit.
If Obama get in there, it's truly a change, and that's what I would like to see. And it has nothing to do with his color. Well, you know what, I'm going to be honest, and that's all I can be. Yeah, I think I would like to see a black man in there, but also I like what he stands for.
Understandably, Barack Obama is a source of black pride, but he has transcended race and won the support of many white voters as well. But in South Carolina, dig beneath the surface, and you find an unease.
I feel that they have so much anger towards us. What is it, African Americans? They're not African Americans, they're Americans. This is what I'm saying. They play such a big card on being an African American. They're not. And this is what makes me angry.
Why does it anger you?
Because they say that everybody should be equal and so forth. They're not. We're not equal.
When you say we're not equal, I don't understand. What do you mean by that?
Because everybody's playing the white card, the black card.
Okay. There is mistrust on both sides. Some suspect Obama's win in almost all-white Iowa was a fluke.
Why do you suppose there were whites, though, in Iowa who were publicly supporting a black man?
It was fashionable.
There is also among some black voters a nagging doubt about whether whites in South Carolina will give Obama a chance.
When we close the curtain, when the lights go down low, and we can vote our prejudices because we're hidden.
And Wolf, what he's talking about is really the fact that in South Carolina it's a primary, it's a closed process, very much like New Hampshire, so that the fear is that perhaps people will say one thing but do another privately. Perhaps they won't vote for Barack Obama. I have to tell you, most of the people that we talk to, they say they certainly hope that South Carolina has gotten over the issue of race, but they still realize that in some ways it is going to determine who gets the nod here. Wolf?
Suzanne, thanks very much. Suzanne's been doing some terrific reporting for us.
And it has nothing to do with his color. Well, you know what, I'm going to be honest, and that's all I can be. Yeah, I think I would like to see a black man in there.
Questioning continues with Tim Russert.
In terms of accountability, Senator Obama, Senator Clinton on Sunday told me that the Obama campaign had been pushing this storyline. And true enough, your press secretary in South Carolina, 4 pages of alleged comments made by the Clinton people about the issue of race. In hindsight, do you regret pushing this story?
Well, not only in hindsight, but going forward. I think that, as Hillary said,